one of the reasons why I decided to lean into being a confidence coach or a business coach that focuses on confidence is I've had my own battles and frustrations with the exact thing. And it wasn't until I got tired of it that I took action. Now, I have several phases of this, again, awareness that prompted me to finally take action. The first one was in elementary school, was a chick that I liked. And every time I would see her, I would always see her and turn around about the other way.
Hmm.
And after a while, I mean, the goal wasn't to do 10,000 steps a day in elementary school.
Right.
So after a while, I got tired of that.
Right.
You know, that's one example. A classic example was, oh, okay. So I'm in college and I would wear clothes that I really liked, but my hair wasn't done. And I didn't realize that when I would wear the same clothes, weeks later, months later, and my hair was done, I get comments and reactions. And so this is more about the practice or philosophy than if you are stepping outside like me, with your hat not looking presentable. But I will say how you show up for yourself reflects or could help you
Absolutely.
engage in conversation. When I meet people, I have to be comfortable in my skin, and a lot of times, that leans into how I dress, how I smell, how I layer my visual appearance, right? Accessories, trinkets, rings, glasses, the whole thing. Whatever your costume is, don't be afraid to wear the costume. Um, People interact with me and compliment me on my glasses, my pants, my hair color, but it's where I'm most comfortable. And so, I always tell clients, if you're not wearing your favorite outfit every day, you're losing. So, uh, Mr. or Mrs. Anonymous, right? Wear your favorite outfit every day.
That's a good one.
I got a book called The Millionaire Me. All right. And the concept is if I'm having a conversation and I want to irritate somebody, and my quick response is, what would the millionaire version of you do or respond in said situation? It prompts us to think differently about life. And so what happened was this. I was hanging out with somebody and said, man, listen, if you was a millionaire right now, would you be eating that food? What would you be eating? And bruh, but
Mm.
I'd be going 5-star shouty. I'd be over there. And I'm like, bruh,
And you said the name of that book was what? Okay.
the millionaire me. And so what would the millionaire me do? Right? And then that gives us these prompts, these paths of action that is less about being afraid and more about taking action. Right? So in college, to kind of answer the question differently, right? I wanted to grow my business. But I also understood that, well, because I was hustling and drug dealing, I was kind of used to being in the background. So my appearance wasn't important because that was my focus, right? But
Mm.
as my peers
And you
began
definitely
to
don't want to be
live,
sticking out with that.
as my peers began to experience a better quality of life based
Mhm.
off of my efforts, bruh, I'm not even enjoying myself.
Right.
And so I don't know how to, well, I mean, I know, but I'm not in the practice of living life the way I would like to. I'm living life based on survival mode and bringing in revenue. And
Hmm.
so it wasn't until I recognized, one, how I want to be perceived. How do I want to feel when I'm in the mirror looking at me? That's the first plan of action.
Hmm.
Whatever that is. Now, I go all the way extreme. If you love dressing up as, I don't know, any anime character, hey man, do your thing.
And
If it
that'll
works,
get
it works.
attention. Yeah, I was just gonna
If
say.
you, it's a lot of people that wear prosthetics, prostheses, nose, limbs, elbows,
Right.
eyes, all kind of things. If that's your jam and you're confident with it,
Right.
go for it.
I'm
And
gonna tell you why Truly is right, because when we met at not invest, I'm sorry,
podcast
podcast
summit.
summit last year, y'all.
Hmm.
His outfit drew me to him. This is a real life example of practicing what you preach and teaching what you actually do.
Yeah.
He actually
Now,
does this. Hello, I'm a living witness. This is why I was drawn to him. Do y'all know how many
so
coaches don't practice what they preach?
yep. I love this, and I can tie this back to what I said earlier about
Yep.
things working, even when you're not even trying to have them work. I call it eyeballs and engagement. Right now, In college, I would say, hey, I'm famous. Want to take a photo? And it's a joke. They would laugh. And now I have a history of talking to people, right, every day or every Tuesday. And it's allowed me to become more comfortable. So
Mm-hmm.
now when I need to be confident for said business, I've already done the reps. And
Mm-hmm.
so, you know, if life was a push-up contest, the only way to get better is to have a better form and put the reps in, or have
True.
a framework and put the reps in. And so my framework is these 5 core steps or components of confidence, 5 layers of self-confidence, right? And by leveraging these things, these 5 areas, right, one can be
Mhm.
more confident consistently. But a smaller nugget is this. When she met me, I was able to tap into a system I call eyeballs and engagement, where my outfit now attracts people. I can be in full conversation with somebody, but my outfit will attract most somebodies. And now I can't even leave where I'm at because people are now engaging and interacting, right?
Yeah. Going
Not that
up
I
to
said
him and
anything,
saying something. Like, that's literally what happened.
right? And so I always tell people, if you are the person that's shy and timid, man, listen, like be fly as ever, have that aura, and be in the corner. And
Mm-hmm.
I kid you not,
They're
someone's
gonna
gonna
come.
say, "Hey, I saw
Right.
you in the corner. I'm just curious. Yeah, really nice outfit, but why are you in the corner?" And guess what? If that's your jam, if you want to be the fly person by the bathroom charging your phone because you're nervous to go inside talk to people, hey, miracles happen there too. But
Right.
lean into that because
Yeah.
I've also met people that I looked up to as wild as it sounds, and not the bathroom. Maybe can't dap they hand and take a picture, but
Right.
there's activity there. But if I'm too nervous to go use the restroom or too nervous to go sit down where
Right.
I paid a ticket to sit at, you can also
Mm-hmm.
dominate in other areas where you're more comfortable. And
And there's
so
less calm. I mean, less mayhem going on there too. It gets crazy over there.
it does. And, to be
Mhm.
honest, even I myself had to practice in real time because my first 2 experiences at InvestFest, I attended all of the events in the main ballroom areas. And I was very hesitant to uh, frequent the vendor marketplace. And so what I've done last year and every year since, well, this year and going forward, I now only hang out in the vendor marketplace.
Okay.
So my
This is
point
a
is this.
gem.
Yeah, so my point is this. What I found to be, because at first I was interviewing people, but then it's like, okay, I'm the interview guy on Instagram, but I have value, right? I have offers that I can present to people. It's probably better if I get interviewed. And so last year was all about getting interviewed versus having the interviews. And it's fared much better based on
Right.
what I want to
Right.
get out of it,
Right.
right? But then if we're slow to put ourselves in the right circles on social media, the next best thing is to do the same thing, or probably take a step further in person, where there's less anxiety, less pressure. Like if you're
Mm.
someone that wants to meet a mentor that doesn't like the public space, join a mastermind, join a virtual
Absolutely.
event. There are private meetups that happen offline that are
Absolutely.
more private, maybe give you less anxiety,
Right. It might
right?
only be like 10 people versus 2,000. Like that. That's a gem.
Yep. And so again, for me, this is my costume. Glasses that hide my eyes. So if I'm sleepy, I'm good. Or if I'm nervous, I'm good. Or if my eyes are red, I'm good. If I'm detoxing and I got eye boogers and I don't want to be on camera trying to pick out my eyes, I got glasses. So this confidence thing is a lifestyle. I always tell people, well, as business owners, we're to cater to the client within. And all those hacks and lifestyle tips and tricks that we love as people, these are the things that will attract like-minded individuals
Right.
that will also feel comfortable investing in themselves and taking advantage of our offers because we're one and the same. And so, for me, I love having conversations where I communicate the necessary language to help said audience identify me as someone that they can relate to.
Mm.
um, like, for me, one of the things that is super powerful is our mistakes are marketable. Okay, So I would meet people and say, man, I'm a confidence coach or I'm a business coach that focuses on confidence, all the things. They then say, I don't need confidence. I jump back and say, okay, well, are you charging what you want to charge in your business? Nah, but I'm doing good. But it's like, bro, you doing
Sounds like
good.
they need it to me.
But that wasn't a confident answer. You didn't answer that
Oh
confidently.
yeah, and they said, and yeah, they didn't answer that
So,
confidently.
so watch this. What happens is this. I ask people, in a perfect world, how much money would you want to make in a month? It's on my page. Some people have said, I would love to make 50,000 in a month. And then I say, you made 50,000 last year, didn't you? And they say, I sure did. I made $4,000 from my job per month, which is 48 grand,
Mhm.
right? Some of us might say, man, I want to make 100 bands in a month. And then I would say, you've made 100,000 in a year at some point in time, right?
Right.
And so, again, if we're confident, whatever that number is per month, we're hitting it. And if we're not hitting it, that's not to say we're not confident, but it is to
Right.
say we could be more confident. And so my stance with confidence is if we're not becoming more confident daily, we're becoming less confident. So before you
Mm,
mentioned I wasn't confident then, I'm more confident now. It's just not. You were less confident before, you're more confident now.
absolutely. Yeah.
And we want to become more confident daily because life be lifing.
Yes.
And because I understand confidence is a science and a lifestyle component, I have to purposely do the things that I know work. Wear the clothes, look the part, have the favorite outfit, make the conversations, right? Lean into the eye contact, perfect posture. For those of us that are anonymous but just want to be fly or confident in private, your
Mm.
prerogative. I would I would pose us to consider perfect posture, right? A lot of us don't understand the power of posture. If I'm more, for lack of better words, if I have a more erect posture, the breath in my body can flow better. And if I'm slouched, I'm stressed. And if I'm stressed, I can't make the money I want to make.
Truly.